What's up, everybody? Gibson's Lawn Service checking back in. Look here, this video right here, if you got sensitive ears, turn it off. If you sensitive in any kind of way, just turn it off, right? Turn it off. Turn it off. Because a lot of y'all will get rubbed the wrong way when this video is done. The real ones will understand. I don't operate my business how other guys operate their business. And the beautiful thing about having your own business, you can operate it how you want to operate it. Hold on, y'all. I got this client texting me. Now look, I'm gonna tell y'all how I operate my business, and it works for me. Like, people don't understand why I block certain people's phone number. Number one, you is not fixing to waste my time. You is not about to waste my time. I am a solo guy. Look, my phone constantly rings. Using a wallet, for example, because I'm on the phone. This phone I have constantly rings non-stop. You want to know why my phone rings non-stop? Again, turn this off if you have sensitive ears, or if you're tender, or if you're the jealous type, or if you just all out just don't like Gibson's Lawn Service. Just turn this off. It's because according, like I say, this is not self-proclaimed. According to Google, I am the #1 rated lawn guy in my area. So my phone will always ring. I get calls from the lower middle class, the middle class, the upper middle class, the rich, and the poor. All those categories call me. All of them. All of them call me. And I decided, I said, well, here is who I'm going to cater my business to. Who you cater to? I'm catering to the people that can afford service on time, and for the people that love to have their property with upgrades. See, a lot of people don't care. They gonna spend money on the brand new truck. They'll spend money on a 100-inch screen TV. They're not trying to spend money with the lawn guy. And then you have some people, no, I want the outside of my house to look beautiful, just like the inside. Those are the people you want to cater to. Now, here come the blocking part. This is what y'all really want to know. Here go the meat and potatoes of this, or what's really what. The reason I block clients is, for number one, if you wasted my time. You're only gonna get blocked if you waste my time or if you can't pay your bill. I'm not blocking people that pay their bill on time with good attitudes. I'm only blocking you if you can't pay your bill on time, or unless you just got a nasty attitude. Now look, again, all of those categories, the poor, the lower middle class, the middle class, upper middle class, and the rich, I have worked for all of them, and I have made up in my mind, I no longer want to work for the poor, because the poor cannot afford you. They just want you to come knock the property down once every 8 weeks. I'm not that kind of lawn guy if you're trying to save money like that. And I explain that to you before you get on my schedule, and then you go ahead and jump on the schedule anyway, and then the truth come out that you really can't afford service. I let the client go respectably, and then I block their number because I don't want them calling back in the future. But man, what if they change? What if they come into some money? Well, then just find another lawn guy. And this is just not with the poor. I've had this problem with the rich as well. I've had to fire rich clients. Why? Because they think they own me. I don't care. I'm bearing it all out in this video. And some of these people may be watching. I don't care. I had a client, he owned a cigar lounge. And you pay a monthly subscription to come to this cigar lounge. And I explained to this guy, $1 million house, $1 million house. I explained to the guy up front. I said, sir, this is how I operate. You can either pay as you go, or you can pay monthly. He decided to pay monthly. All right. Now, I explained this to him in the door. I do not accept cash. I do not accept Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Zelle. None of that crap. I will send you the invoice. You pay the invoice online. I'm not chasing checks. I'm not chasing cash. Once you open it up on your cell phone, once you open that invoice up on your cell phone, You can either do ACH transfer, credit, or debit. And you can, as soon as you pay me, it's in my account. Wait, this is what this guy told me. Oh man, I don't do nothing online. See, I always do homework on the client I'm taking on. I don't do nothing online. I only deal in cash. But your cigar lounge, I got to pay a monthly subscription if I want to come there. And this is what I explained to him. I said, sir, I don't deal with cash. It's just too much headache involved because at some point the money's not going to be there, right? He insisted that it will be. So, and I told him, all right, this is how we're going to do this. At the end of the month, my last service for the month, the cash have to be there. It was never there. Cash was never there. And I reached out, said, Mr. Such and Such, I'm going to have to let your property go. I said, but if I can't get paid in a timely manner, I don't want to service your property. All right, man, I'll pay you online. All right? I start kicking the monthly bills out. When I invoice you on the last day of the month, it's taking him 9 to 10 days to pay it. I said, I'm not about to deal with it. He got to go. I reached out, Mr. Such and Such, if I cannot get paid in a timely manner, I will have to cancel your service. Well, cancel it. Cancel it then. I did. After I canceled his service, blocked his number. I want nothing to do with him. I had one guy reach out for service. I explained to him, he said, man, I'll call you when I need you. I said, sir, this is how I operate. Listen, I am on your side of town Mondays and Tuesdays. That's it. I'm on your side of town Mondays and Tuesdays, and I can put you on my schedule, and you can pay me online. This is how I operate. This is what he proceeds to tell me. I want your service, but I only get paid on the 1st and the 15th. It does not have nothing to do with me when you get paid. I am on this side of town Mondays, Tuesdays. If you want weekly, it'll be either every Monday or every Tuesday. If you want bi-weekly, it'll either be every other Monday, every other Tuesday when I'm on your side of town. Right? Of course, everybody pays the first time. So when everything started rolling, he was constantly late. And I wasn't really tripping because when I pull up, stop, I have 4 houses in that one stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, go. I said, man, I just kind of deal with it. Maybe he'll get on the right plan. Took him a week, started taking him 2 weeks to pay me. Reached out, sir, I have to get paid in a timely fashion. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, yeah, I'll start paying. Never paid on time. So I reached out to him. I said, sir, I'm gonna have to cancel service because if I can't, I said, sir, I'm a small business. My business run on cash flow. And if the cash isn't there, and if I can't get paid, then I'm losing money and the property isn't worth my time. He proceeds to tell me all of the things he's going through in his personal life. Whoa, stop. I fired him. I blocked his number. Sir, I have things going on in my personal life. I am not a counselor. I'm not trying to unpack your problems. I am here to cut the grass, get paid, and go. And it's obvious you cannot pay me on time, so I have to let you go and block your number so we don't have to cross paths again. Had a client reach out, wanted to get on the schedule, put him on the schedule. This is what they told me they want. If you can cut the front yard every 2 weeks, and then just cut the backyard once a month. I said, ma'am, I have a minimum. My minimum is $70 to cut your property, whether I'm just cutting the front yard or the backyard only. And number 2, we don't do that because typically when we let your backyard get out of hand like that, it's some more work. Well, the backyard isn't growing. Well, if the backyard isn't growing and you want us to put us on the schedule, it's $70 a service. If we're just doing the front, it's $70. If we're doing the front and back, and if the back isn't growing, it's $70. Well, why is the price $70 if you're only doing the front? I said, well, ma'am, if I split it in half, $35, it is not. It's not really worth it for us to come out for $35 and do your one property because we have to make a minimum. Each property I service, I have to get paid a minimum in order for me to stay in business. No thanks. A client like that don't care nothing about you. They just want to save at the bottom dollar. You do not want those clients on your schedule, so you politely refuse service, block their number. Commercial properties. I do not do no commercial properties because typically they want the cheapest bid. And then typically you got to wait 2 to 3 months just to get paid. Not chasing my money I've already worked for. Listen, and I'm going to say this right here. I don't care how y'all take it. But the truth is the truth. I have built a reputation in my community where my phone constantly rings about work. This phone right here is a $300,000 a year phone. The phone that I have, the phone that I'm recording with, the phone that I keep on my hip is a $300,000 a year phone. Everybody eats off of Gibson's lawn service. Now, I'm not saying these guys are in business because of me. That's not what I'm saying. Because they have their own business, they are already successful. These guys eat off of Gibson's lawn service. Here's what I mean. I'ma name some towns, and I know some of y'all watching this don't know what none of these places at. I live in Ocean Springs. I only serve the Ocean Springs area. I get calls to go to Moss Point. I know guys that cut grass in Moss Point. I send them to work. I get calls to Pascagoula. I know guys that cut grass in Pascagoula. Send them to work. I get calls to cut in Goshen. I don't go to Goshen. I know guys that cut in Goshen. Send them to work. All of the Ocean Spring calls, I take them on unless they have a small gate. They have a small gate. I know a guy. Send them to work. I get calls for D'Iberville, Biloxi, Gulfport, Wool Market, Long Beach. I know guys that's in that area. I send them to work. I get calls for French draining. I know a guy that do French draining. I send him to work. I get called for sod install. I'm not fooling with, if it's over 2 pallets, I'm not doing sod. Because I got to depend on somebody else to do this and do that. I'm not doing sod unless I'm spending the money buying all the equipment. Right now, that is just not something on my table I want to deal with. Sod calls, I send it to the sod man. If I wanted to be greedy and keep all of this work to myself, that would be an easy $300,000 a year. This is facts that I'm stating. My phone rings more than all of these lawn guys around here. Again, if I wanted to be greedy and keep all the work, I could. See, man, that's what I'm talking about. That's arrogant. No, that's not arrogant. Arrogancy is trying to keep all the work to yourself, knowing you can't handle it. Being humble is sending work to all of these other guys, knowing it'll benefit them more than it will benefit you. Clients that don't care nothing about their property, you don't want those people as clients because they're typically just trying to get a cheap job and save money and just trying to really crumb you out. I had a client I just let go, I think yesterday. They didn't take it too well. And guess what? They owe me money. You think I'm running down that money? Hey man, you still owe me for this. No. I said, look, whenever you such and such, let me know. I come pick the money up. Guess what? I've never heard from them. Guess what? I don't care. See, I don't have to block their number. They know, nah, I ain't gonna call that guy. I still owe him money. And this was a cash paying client. Again, that's why I don't deal with cash. You always have to chase it. Whenever you go out to get somebody a quote, and they don't go with your bid because you're too high or whatever, block their number. If you don't block their number, in 6 months they're gonna be calling you again. You're gonna do the whole spiel again, and they're gonna tell you again your price too high. I had a lady do that. This is before I was blocking numbers. She called me out for a leaf removal. I told her $375. She said that was too high. I want to say a month later, she called me out again. I said, man, this address sound familiar. I said, ma'am, have you had somebody to clean the leaves before? Oh, I had a college kid, but he didn't do a great job. Went out there, I said, oh, I remember the property. Gave her the exact same quote. Oh, I didn't know it'd be that high because, you know, some of the leaves was already removed, blah, blah, blah. Yes, ma'am. You called me before. I don't know if you remember. Oh, I did. Yes, ma'am. And this is the price I told you. You told me I was too high. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I'll take you off my list. All right, 45 days later, she called again. I said, ma'am, where's your property located? She told me the address. I said, ma'am, I don't know if you remember, but I've coming out there twice to give you 2 quotes. And each time you told me my price was too high. Do you remember what you said the price was? Because I had another guy. He just didn't do a good job. I already remember. I remember what I told her. I think it was $375, $325. I said, yes, ma'am, it's $480. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm sorry for calling. After I got off the phone, I blocked her number. And ever since then, I've been on a blocking spree. Because if you don't hold yourself to a higher standard, you don't hold yourself to a higher rate, you're going to keep running from property to property to property, burning gas, wasting time, giving free quote after free quote after free quote after free quote for everybody to say, oh, okay, thank you. Oh, okay, thank you. Oh, okay, we'll keep it in mind. Oh, okay, I'll talk it over with my spouse. Oh, okay, I have a couple more quotes to get. Just don't deal with that. Once you understand, see, now when I get calls for work, I proof the client before I go out. Somebody calling and want to get the grass cut. Have you used the lawn service before? Yes, I have. I had this guy, he stopped showing up, blah, 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 blah. Never believe that, because the guy probably stopped showing up because you wasn't paying on time. All right, where's your property located? Okay, that is in my service area. Okay, are you looking to get on a schedule? Yes, I am. Okay, are you willing to pay online? Yes, I am. Do you have a gate on the property? Yes, I do. Is it a double opening, single opening gate? The reason I'm asking, trying to see if we can get some equipment in there. It's this, that, the other. Okay, do your property holds water? No, just like the average property. Reason I'm asking, if you are on our schedule and it rains that morning, typically your property will be fine to get cut an hour or two after the rain, because we do not take on properties that we cannot, if we have to wait 3 to 4 days for it to dry out. I let them know all of that at the door. Okay, all right, go out there, look at the property. Okay, it's gonna be $80 service. I'm on your side of town on Thursday, so you'll either be getting cut on Wednesday or Thursday, weekly, bi-weekly, your choice. After services are rendered, we like to get paid 8 hours after services are within 8 hours of services being rendered. Or if you want to pay monthly, we can pay monthly. We can do after every service. We can do monthly. Okay, now the problem, if we put you on the monthly route, if the bill isn't paid 5 days after receiving the bill, we will cancel service. Or if you want to get pay as you go, if you cannot pay the bill as you go within 24 hours of you being billed, your service will be canceled. See, you explain all that in the door, so then they know what to look for. All right. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of things I encountered in 10 years of business, the people you start out your business with, you cannot keep them, because at some point you're gonna grow, elevate, and change the way you do things. These people will hate you for that. They will hate you for it, because they know they're getting a deal. Then when you get to talking about you raising prices, they don't like it. Then when you get to having standards, they don't like it. Like I had one client. He bought this old classic car and he wanted to keep it in his backyard, parked by the gate. When he parked it by the gate, I can't get no equipment in there. I had to call him to let him know when I was coming so he can move that piece of trash classic car out the way. It got to the point it started being a headache. He wasn't home. He ran out for an errand. He out of town. Can you come back tomorrow? Can you come back after 3? Fired him, blocked his number. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with that. Well, man, I finally got the car running. Listen, man, you find it took you a year to get the car running. I was charging $50 to do your property. I'm at $70 now. I'm not coming back because I don't want to explain to you why my price is the way it is. Had one guy, I trimmed all his palm trees on his property for $400. All right? I maintain his property every week. Once I realized, man, this ain't a $400 job. It's a $800 job. All right? But you deal with it anyway because you went on ahead and done it. All right, when it's time for him to get trimmed again, Mr. Bill, listen, when I trimmed your palms the first time, I significantly underbid myself. It's going to be $800 this time. Double the price? Double the price. Yes, sir. They will get upset because you're charging double than what you charged last time. Call the tree man out. The tree man tell them $1,600. They pay it anyway. Because the tree man will ask you, man, you maintain the property? Yes, sir. Why you trim these palms? I said, well, I did, man. I think he thought my price was too high. He said, this is what the tree man said. He said, man, jobs like this, man, I'd rather give them the lawn guys because they really ain't worth my time. I said, so I did what I said to myself. I said, he ain't making no money. I said, what you charging for something like this? He said, around $1,600. I said, what the crap? He said, man, to pull my bucket truck out, my chipper out, man, I don't take no job under $2,000. It's really not worth it. He said, then I got guys out here. I got to pay them. He said, job like this ain't really worth it. You know what I did? I finished the season up. I fired that guy, blocked his number. Well, man, why you blocking number? Because he didn't respect my business and he didn't respect my price, so he got to go. Had another client that was extremely demanding, texting my phone, reaching out to me, constantly wanting more work done on the property, but did not want to pay it. I did the math. That's what he told me. I did the math. You charged me $100 to cut my property. You only here an hour and 10 minutes. So you making almost $100 an hour. So this is what he thought. So when the season slowed down, he thought I was gonna come pull the weeds out of his property for $50 an hour for 4 hours, $200. These weeds, listen, to pull the weeds out of that property was like $3,000, and I still didn't want to do it. And I told him, I said, sir, this, and I didn't know no better. I said, sir, when I pull weeds, I typically charge about $150 an hour. That's what he did. Disrespectful. Fired him, blocked his number. Had another guy reach out, told me everything he wanted done on his property. This was every bit of $4,000 worth of work. Gave him the free quote, called the nursery, called the dirt yard, got prices on everything, went home, typed up a professional estimate, sent it over. He gonna tell me, after I emailed him the proposal, I got hiccups. He gonna tell me, oh, that's kind of on the high side. I ain't want to pay that. Blocked this number. Never heard from him again. Had another lady reach out complaining about a lawn guy. Complaining. Come out, get a price. Yes, ma'am, it's $85 a service. Oh, no, I think I'll just stick with my guy. He's only charging me $30. Blocked her number. Never to be heard from again. To block these people's phone number. You also have the type of client feel they can pause service and then resume at a later date. I had one lady, she said, remove me off the schedule for the month of July. I will be out of town. Ma'am, your grass is not gonna stop growing within that month. You know what I did? I paused service, removed her off the schedule for that month, blocked her number. I'm not coming back after not cutting your property for 30 days in the middle of the season, and you think it's gonna be the same price. Nope. Charging you $70 a service. You get 2 cuts. You get bi-weekly cuts. So that is $140 for the month of July. And when I come back in August, your first cut in August is gonna be $210 when I pull up. That's for the 2 cuts you miss. That's for this cut right now. And you're lucky I'm not charging you an overgrowth fee. And so instead of me explaining that like I've explained to millions of people before, just can't give them what they want, cancel service, block their number. When they want odd, crazy work done and you know it don't make sense, don't do it. And when they get upset with you, fire them, block their number. Had a guy, he wanted his front yard cut. He wanted me to set the deck of my lawnmower on the ground and cut the front yard. This guy didn't want his grass cut every week. He wanted it cut every 2 weeks. I said, sir, it'll be a clumpy mess when I leave, but that's what I want, and that's what I'm willing to pay for. You're not the guy for me. And I explained to him, I said, sir, if I pull in front of your property and scalp your front yard, 2 houses down, you have your neighbor 2 houses down come out and say, hey, it's a lawn guy down there. We need a lawn guy. When they look at the job I'm giving you and they look at the name on my truck, they're going to say, that guy don't know what he's doing. I'm not going to ruin my reputation for $80. Heck no. Cancel the service, block this number. You have to stand firm in your business. You have a name and reputation to live up to. Like I told y'all this year, going into this year of service, I'm not going to be proclaiming myself as the owner. So when I go out and give the quote, give the price, are you Mr. Gibson? No, ma'am, I'm Micah. Oh, okay, what's your last name, Micah? Lawrence. I'm gonna take on my mother's maiden name. So, Micah Lawrence. Okay, Mr. Lawrence, thank you. What's that? Well, why are you doing that? Here's the reason why I do that. All right. See, when people know that the owner is outside working, we fixing to get us a discount. Hey, man, you think you can take a little bit off the price if I let you do my mother's property the same time you do my property? No, sir. Come on, man. Versus, you think you guys can take a little bit off the price if we give you another property? Sorry, sir. Mr. Gibson got a flat rate. Well, why don't you just tell him that since you're the owner? No. See, it's a certain level of mystique and mystery you want to have in your business. Because if you don't have that mystique and mystery, people will view you in a different light. Okay? Here's what I mean. I will have 2 phones when the season kick off. I'm going to have my personal phone on me at all times. The company phone will stay in the truck. If I miss a call, and I will be changing my voicemail, I'm about to change my voicemail. My wife is going to leave the voicemail on the business phone. So that way when somebody calls and they leave a message, I think I talked to you. No, you're going to hear my wife's voice. Oh, he have an assistant. See, he have an assistant. I'm going to return the call. Yes, how you doing? Mr. Call for this number? Yes, I left a message for such and such. Yes, ma'am. Okay. When would you be able to meet? And then look, when I come out and meet, are you Mr. Gibson? No, I'm Micah. I'm just the lead guy for Mr. Gibson. Oh, okay. You see that? It's different. It changes everything to, I'm glad we met the owner, to, no, I'm just the lead guy. Okay. It keeps a barrier between the client and you. See, when the client come out with a complaint, hey, you guys didn't trim the shrubs. You told me you was going to trim the shrubs for this price. Or, let me show you something else. Hey, you think while you're here, you can just trim that one branch? Yeah, I can trim it to be an extra $50. $50, you're already here. Yes, ma'am. Mr. Gibson, he have a minimum for any additional service. Versus, hey, Mr. Gibson, how you doing? Come out there with a bottle of water and a slice of cake. Hey, man, you think you can trim that branch while you're here? Well, man, I got to charge for that. Well, why, man? You got the chainsaw on the truck. It ain't nothing to just kind of skim there and keep going. Yes, sir, but instead of me trying to explain to you how nothing is free, and I just say, Mr. Gibson charges for everything. Okay. See, it creates a new level of respect. So yeah, I'm Micah Lawrence instead of Micah Gibson. Micah Lawrence. Okay. When will we meet the owner? You won't. You will never meet the owner. I need to talk to the owner right now. I can handle your complaint. I need to speak to the owner. Ma'am, the owner's not going to call you. He's not. That is why he put me in position as the lead guy. Mr. Gibson pays me a pretty good salary. Who I make the check out to? Gibson's Lawn Service. You think if I give you an extra $80 in cash, you'll do this and I don't have to put it on the books? Why, certainly, because it's all coming to me anyway. I'm the lead guy. What if you're in the bank and they say, hey, Mr. Gibson, and I say, hey, how you doing? I don't care. I don't owe you anything. Only thing I owe you is a nice attitude and a 5-star service. I don't owe you anything else. It's called standards. Gibson's Lawn Service. Oh, hold on. Let me show you guys. Gibson's Lawn Service. I hold myself to a higher standard. I don't put up with the bull. This right here is my 10th year in business. Not putting up with the bull of my 10th year in business. My prices have went up. My quality have went up. The equipment I'm using now is not cheap equipment. Top of the line. Everything is top of the line. I am a guy that don't care about the price when it comes down to equipment. And I'm the same type of guy that's not gonna spend money on nice clothes. The same type of guy I'm gonna eat at the house instead of eating out. Listen, when it come down to a truck, if it's not 4-wheel drive, we not buying it. We're not buying it. When it come down to mowers, they're not brand new outside of the store floor. We're not buying it. We're not buying it. We're not buying it. When it come down to handheld tools, I'm not buying used, man. I'm buying brand new. You got people that'll spend $2,000-$3,000 on vacation, will buy brand new trucks. When it's come down to lawn care or stuff for their business, they cheapen out. Me, give me top of the line. I don't give a crap what it costs. But when it come down to buying eyeglasses, because I wear subscription, I would get these off of the internet because these only $25. And if I go into the doctor's office, they're $225. Oh, sir, you're not going to get me with a 100% markup. Because I don't care nothing about this. I care about this. The brand. This is a brand. Are you trying to have 10 trucks on the road? Nope. My ultimate goal is to have 2 employees. That is it. My ultimate goal is to have 2 employees. And I will have a 60 by 80 shop. I repeat, I will have a 60 by 80 shop. Man, you don't think that's too big? See, the problem with a lot of you guys, you think small. See, the problem with a lot of you guys, when you starting your business off, you start off with a small trailer, and that's what you're supposed to do. You run with that trailer for a year or 2, and if you're sure this is something you want to be in, you go buy the biggest trailer you need and stop it right there. I'm not gonna go from a 5 by 10 to a 6 by 12 to a 7 by 14. That is a man that's unstable. So I'm not gonna build a 30 by 40 shop and in 5 years wish I would have went bigger. Out the gate, I'm swinging 60 by 80 out the gate. Out the gate, I'm swinging. When I bought that dump trailer, I did not need that dump trailer when I bought it. Still really don't need it. It's going to come to a point in time where I'm going to need that mug at least once a week. Buy now, cry later. Because if you don't, later on, you're going to pay. I remember them trailers was $8,000. I didn't have a need for them, so I didn't buy one. When I bought this trailer, it was $14,000. The same place, that trailer now is $15,000. Steady going up. They steady going up. I remember a guy told me he's 65 years old. He said, man, when Camaros was brand new, they was $18,000. He said, and I just said to myself, they're going to come down. Go buy a brand new Camaro today. A Corvette, I'm sorry. Go buy a brand new Corvette today. That's $100,000, man. I grow into my business. When I went and bought my work truck, it was people telling me, not this one, when I did the one I'm in, bro, you can get away with a 1,500, bro. You don't need no 250. Those same people today are trying to go out and buy 250s or 2,500s. When out the gate, you should have just got a 250. You grow into what you need. Not building a 30 by 40, 60 by 80 out the gate. I'm coming out the gate swinging. Because one day you might grow your business. Man, oh man, doggone it. Now I need the extra space. My plan is to have 2 full-time employees. That's it. One in the passenger seat, one in the back. And if I ever want to step away from the business, they can handle it. This dump trailer will never unhook from this truck. It will back straight into the shop. The truck I'm sitting in right now will never unhook from this lawn trailer. It'll back straight into the shop. The next truck I get will be a fairly newer F-250 gas truck. Whenever I do pine straw installations, I will always have 50 rolls of pine straw in the shop. All right. I have 2 mowers on this trailer. I will have a backup mower sitting in the shop. My stand-on aerator and my push more aerator will be in the shop. The extra truck that I have will be in the shop. Everything I will own will sit inside of that shop. Material will sit inside that shop. I will have a gravel entrance. My 2 guys will be able to park at that shop. I will have an office at that shop. If I ever decide, man, I'm going to start another route, I got an extra bay that I can go get another truck and trailer, back it right into there. I don't have to leave nothing outside. I will have surveillance cameras around that property. You think small, you win small. You think big, you win big. Now, I might say in 5 years, let's turn it up a notch. I can turn it up a notch. I might go 3 years from there. Let's turn it up a little more. I can turn it up a little more. I ain't ran out of no room. You think small, you win small. You think big, you win big. People get upset with me for buying 2 mowers. Man, why you buying 2 mowers? You only need 1. Today I need 2 mowers. I don't have to run out and buy now that the price is too high. You buy what you need. That's y'all problem. Y'all spend a lot of money on the things y'all want and don't go buy what you need. And then you're looking at me like I had a guy tell me recently. I said, man, I'm about to spend 10 grand on this leaf loader in my business. He didn't know. He said, man, that's a lot of money for a little 12 horsepower engine. I said, bro, that's a 37 horsepower engine. Man, bro, you really think you'll need it? Do I need it right now? No. Do I do leaf removals? I do. And it's going to come to a point my leaf removal status will go up. I will stop doing 10 leaf removals a year, and it will go from 20. Then it go from 20 to 40. It go from 40 to 80. It go from 80 to 160. Then, well, let me wait till I'm doing 40 to run out and buy the machine. No, the machine's sitting at the shop. Whenever I need it, put it on the dump trailer. Let's go make the money. You grow into your business. I'd rather be prepared for an opportunity and not get it than have the opportunity and not have the equipment to perform. I gamble big, I win big. I will always spend money on equipment, trucks, trailers, uniforms, logos, advertising. I will always spend money on that. I don't care nothing about going to eat at a restaurant. I don't care nothing about a vacation. I don't care nothing about Jordans. I don't care nothing about jewelry. Every time you see me, I'm in my work clothes. I do not care because I'm not here to impress you. I'm not here to impress you. But when you see that business, Gibson's Lawn Service, listen, when I go with my shop, there will be a sign above my shop with my logo. And I'm also have a quote right under that logo. Your lawn is our business. My new shirts will have that quote. Your lawn is our business. Gibson's Lawn Service. Your lawn is our business. See how catchy that is? You can steal it. It don't matter. You can steal it. You can steal it. Now, mark my words. In 5 years, everything I just told y'all will be there. If the Lord tarries and he spare me, in 5 years, all of that will happen. Because see, if you have faith like a mustard seed, you should be able to move these mountains.